Greetings YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back finally with a review of the OnePlus 3. And starting off, I'm going to say this phone is really awesome. I really like it. I've had it for well over a month and probably close to 2 months. And I really like it. I like the design. I like the all metal design and the thinness. And it's just a lot of other things I like about it. And it's stock Android, so I generally like stock Android, so I'm going to like it anyway. So I'm just going to go over, this is going to be a brief review, just what I like and a few things that I may not like about it. Like I said, it's OnePlus 3, and they have their own UI. It's called, I think it's called Oxygen OS. That OS, Oxygen OS, I don't mind it. It's pretty much the same as stock Android with a few minor tweaks that OnePlus added that I do like. The first thing that I want to talk about is the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner works good. It works instantly, just like the Nexus 6P, whereas you can have the phone off and you can go straight to the phone, but I would say it's not quite as accurate. It's accurate, but you have to have your finger imprint directly over it. I mean, completely covering the ring, which makes sense that you would have to, but on other phones such as the iPhone and the S7 Edge and even the Nexus 6P, when you set up the phone, you register the fingerprint. It takes you a lot of taps to set it up, especially on the iPhone. And I think that contributes to the accuracy of it. The OnePlus 3, when you set up the fingerprint scanner, you have to register it. When I say register it, I mean like when you set it up, you don't have to tap it that many times. So I think that leads to a less accurate reader. I mean, it is accurate, don't get me wrong, but you just have to be, you can't like halfway put the your hand or thumb, your fingerprint on it and it'll unlock like so. I just got a blip. You have to make sure you clearly have it totally covering the ring, and just how you have to have it on there exactly how you put it on when you register. Even if you move it around, which I try to do, it still is not quite as accurate as say the iPhone or the S7 or the Nexus 6P. But it is accurate if you're paying attention and you just replace it like so. You know, it's accurate like 90%. So, but if you're just kind of relaxed and, you know, don't have your finger totally on it, you will get a buzz and it won't work. But overall, I think it's pretty accurate. One thing I do like about OnePlus and a lot of stuff that they add to it, and you've probably seen this in a lot of videos, is, you know, the double tap to wake. And I notice when I go back using other phones, I'm so used to doing that, I tried on other phones and they don't have it. But that's not a big deal, it's just something I like. Also, the OnePlus has the gestures where you draw the V and you get the camera, draw it again. Well, not the camera, the flashlight. And it turns on the flashlight. A circle turns on the camera. Like so. So that's pretty cool. And that's something you can turn off. It also has ambient display. But I don't really like ambient. I like ambient display, but I don't really use it that much when I'm out and about. Because when you're in your phone's in your pocket. With me, it seems like you can accidentally touch it and turn it on and activate stuff. It shouldn't do that, but I mean, it seems to do that with this phone. It does that with the Nexus as well. But like I said, overall, this phone is pretty much stock Android. Right now, I have Lenovo Launcher on it, and I have the dark theme, and you can see the settings and everything. And OnePlus has their own settings to make it a little bit different, but it's very close to stock Android. It works on Project Fi, which is unusual. Well, I wouldn't say unusual. It is an unlocked phone, but you wouldn't think it would work on there. And you can actually go to the Project Fi app, and that'll work too. I can go in and view my information. So that's kind of cool. And I don't know why, but it does work. and it is a dual SIM phone. Previously, I mean, I haven't really used the dual SIM function. I just used the Project Fi SIM, but I'm probably going to be switching to AT&T, unfortunately, because I'm going to be getting the Note 7. But if I do that, I might try the dual SIM in the this phone just to see how it works. Going into the settings, when you swipe down, you can see it pretty much looks just like stock Android, maybe a little different with OnePlus or Oxygen OS. You can see right now I have the dark theme, and with the themes you can choose your theme color, dark or light, and then your accent color, like so. And then you can see you have customization right here, dark mode, and then accent color. So that's pretty simple. I kind of like it. Battery life is real good on the OnePlus. Very, very good, I should say. And I really like it. It'll pretty much last all day. And I think with Android M, with those and everything, Android has really improved that. And then, having a bigger battery as the OnePlus has, it makes it even better. I could pretty much put this phone down, let it sit overnight, and wake up and then throw it on the dash charger, and it'll be charged in 30 minutes. And speaking of the charger, USB-C now on the OnePlus. And I had the OnePlus 1 and I really, really liked it. And I did not get the OnePlus 2 because they still had the invite system, and then they had a C charger, but they left off NFC, and the C charger was not even fast charging. So I don't know. I just wasn't really interested in getting it. But this OnePlus has really done a good job here with the OnePlus 3. I really like it. If you like stock Android, you'll like it. But battery is awesome. And then you have the custom battery where you can have the circle in the icon inside, which I really like that. And basically, with the battery, here's your selections: battery bar, circle, percent, or you just hide it. So I chose the circle, and then the only reason you see the actual percentage inside the circle is because you can with Android, or not really with Android, but you can have the app where you can have the battery percent enabler. You can also do it. That's built into Android now also. Anyway, another thing I like, it's probably not that big a deal to most people, but I like having screensavers. Like a separate wallpaper for my home screen and my lock screen. So OnePlus here, you can configure your lock screen wallpaper or just regular wallpaper. So that's kind of cool. Just a minor thing, just something I like. Another interesting thing about this phone is the switch on the side where you can toggle between all notifications, and then in the middle is priority only, and then the third all the way up is total silence. That's kind of neat. I mean, I don't mind it. I kind of like a little. I wish they would still include the feature where you can configure it within Android and it still did it. But having a switch is really convenient too, because if you're at the movies or anywhere that you want to just silence your phone real fast, you can just toggle the switch, sort of like the iPhone. So that's pretty neat. The camera works very well for me. I'm not a big camera person, but I mean, I take some pictures, but I'm not really, like I said, I'm not a camera aficionado. So like some of the reviewers, but I really like it, and it works good. It's not as good as the S7 Edge, but it's probably close to the 6P. I'm not even sure if it's as good as that, but I mean, I haven't took a lot of pictures with it. Anyway, here's a few pictures I took with it, and you can just judge for yourself. Video performance with the 6P, well, the OnePlus 3, excuse me. It's not bad either. And then if you watched any of my videos, you can see I uploaded a few sample videos of the taking with this phone with my car, and here's one of them. And I mean, it's a pretty decent camera, and you know, it does it in 1080, and there's a little bit of shakiness, but overall it's pretty good. Another strange thing about this phone, and it's not really strange, it's just something I found in common with most phones that are stock Android or close to stock Android, and this happens on the Nexus also, is that I have Android. You can use Android Wear and you can pair Bluetooth devices, but you can't have multiple Bluetooth devices simultaneously connected. Such as my example for me is my car. With the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and also the iPhone, and I think the last year the LG, the G5 or G4, the last LG that I had, it did the same thing. Basically, I could have my Bluetooth headset, I could leave that on and get in my car, and it would connect to my car also. And then as I'm connected to my car, the car would be priority. Basically, the phone call would come through my car, and I could just click it and answer and talk. If somebody called me while I was driving, then when you got out, you know, your Bluetooth would still be connected to your headset, so you wouldn't have to keep switching it on and off. With the Nexus phone and this phone, which is stock Android, you can't do that. You can either have one or the other. So like, if I forget to turn off my Bluetooth headset when I start my car, it won't connect. And sometimes I do forget, and I'll be riding, someone will call me, and it's coming through my headset, not the car, which I don't want that. So you always have to remember to turn off the Bluetooth headset and then allow it to connect to the car. And sometimes, even if you start the car and it's trying to connect and you have your Bluetooth headset on that you didn't turn off, you can turn it off, but sometimes there's a delay in the car. It'll eventually connect, but it can do it in a minute or it can do it in 5 minutes. It's just, so it's always better to turn the Bluetooth completely off on your headset before you go into your car. And I don't like that. That's a disadvantage to me. It's a lot more convenient to just have everything just connect. You need to have more devices connect, and I think that's just a stock Android thing. So hopefully they improve that. But overall, I mean, I really enjoy this phone because I like stock Android. I love the design. I know some people say it sort of looks like the HTC One, but I think it's its own unique design. It's thin, good battery life. You know, no crap where it's just clean stock Android. But I mean, I don't mind Samsung and TouchWiz, but I don't really use a lot of that stuff. I have the Note 7 coming, and I'm gonna try to really use it and utilize it because I do like using the S Pen a lot. But this phone pretty much I really like it, and it's good enough for me. Now, this is a really nice phone, and like I said, it's simple. It's only like $400, and they give you 64 gigabytes of storage. Doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. It's just stock Android. If you're into Google and Android, you'll love it. Like I said, I think it's worth it very much. Runs very good. Not a lot of choppiness. And like I said, I like it a lot. You have a lot of things that's different that you don't have in Android, like the advanced boot menu, and you can reboot into recovery or bootloader. That's something you can set up in the settings, and that's something you don't get from stock Android either. So, and then having a different lock screen and home screen, and then the battery percentage widget. I mean, in the notification area, you know, you can have a different battery percentage icon. So that's just minor things that they included in Oxygen OS that I like. But overall, very nice phone. I really like it. I've been using it pretty much exclusively. I haven't really been using my Nexus 6P a lot. I have the beta version of Android installed on it, and I have the new Google launcher also. But let me take that away. I'm not going to turn this into a Nexus review. But anyway, But for the most part, I've been using this phone. I really like it. I think OnePlus did a really good job. It's actually been good with updates also. I've gotten a few updates, and I don't know about the main Android updates, but they've updated the Oxygen OS, like 3 times, I think, since I've had it. So that's pretty cool. One other thing I don't want to forget to talk about is the dash charging. Dash charging is really cool. And to me, so far, it seems to be the fastest charging technology that I have experienced. Samsung's pretty fast. The Nexus 6P is pretty fast. Probably a little slightly behind Samsung. But this seems the fastest. I haven't tested any of the phones together, but this one really seems the fastest. I mean, you can be almost zero. Like, I think the lowest I got down so low one time the phone wouldn't even boot up, and I put it in, and in 30 minutes it was up to like 35% or something like that, or 40%. And I usually don't let my phone go down that low, but I mean, usually after a full day with just my usage, like right now I'm at probably 61%, and I could go to bed now and wake up and it'll be probably at 58%. I can hook it up to the charger, dash charger, and it'll be charged in 30 minutes. It'll be fully charged. So, I mean, it's really good. I like it a lot. This phone also has a 1080p screen, and actually, I like it. I mean, Quad HD does look better, I will admit. Some of the widgets look a little different, like my beautiful widgets. The font is a little smaller and tinier. So, I mean, but you notice a little bit, but not enough to really make me not like the phone. I could live with seven. Yeah, I could probably even live with 720, but 1080p screen, that doesn't really bother me. But the Quad HD screens do look better. Well, I hope this video was informational for you. My videos are not really fancy. I just kind of talk about what I like about the phones, and just kind of personal to me, But I really like it, and I really thought I was gonna get burnt out on phones, but I'm really not. I'm pretty excited and into it, because a lot of phones now. I mean, This phone was only like $400, and it pretty much can do anything that you really need to do, really, unless you're just a hardcore geek and really into doing a lot of other stuff. But for everyday use, this phone is pretty decent. I mean, I would say a phone like the Note 7, the upcoming Note 7, and even the Note 5 would be better for like a business. Like if you had to take notes, or you needed to take numbers, and I don't know. It's a lot better for that, and I'm looking forward to that phone. And I'll be doing an unboxing and a review on that. Anyway, thank you for watching my video and have a nice day.